Hey, Pastor Josh here. We're reading 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. Very good things happened to you spiritually when you were saved. Some very good things. We're going to look at these wonderful things that happened to you spiritually. And I wonder, have you thought about the spiritual good, the spiritual miracle that happened to you when you placed your faith in Jesus Christ, when you began the great pilgrimage on toward heaven to Jesus's face? This is what Peter says. Here's what happens. You are a chosen race. There's an element that you are God's. Word is used throughout the New Testament, talking about us being chosen or elect. We are God's people. And who else would you want to be elected by? Who else would you want to be chosen by than the Lord? You are His. Isn't that wonderful? If you believe in Jesus Christ, and if you don't, there is a door. You're allowed to come into the Christian community. The door is Christ. You put your faith and trust in Him, that He died to take away your sins on the cross. He paid the punishment for your sin and rose again on the third day to give you a brand new life. And we become a chosen race. You see, when you're saved, you're not saved individually. You're saved into a community. You become a part of the church. Now, if you're here at Central Baptist Church, you're a part of this local church, but there is the great big C church of all Christians of all times and all ages. You become a part of that church. And Peter calls this community the chosen race, like it's a brand new people group. You are a chosen race. You are a royal priesthood. So we got priesthood. We've walked through the book of Leviticus, and we saw Aaron, and we saw his sons, and what the high priest would do, and what his sons would do to help with the priesthood and offering all the sacrifices. Well, now you and me, you and I, we are a priesthood. We are priests in the order of Aaron, in the order of his sons. We get to offer sacrifices, spiritual sacrifices of praise and prayer to Him at all times. And in fact, the book of Romans tells us that we offer our bodies as living sacrifices. No more do we offer lambs, goats, bulls. No, we offer our own bodies to say, here you go, Lord, use this however you choose. So we are a priesthood. We're also a royal priesthood. So there is this whole idea of kingship, of royalty. You are a child of the King of the universe if you are a Christian. Some very good things happened to you spiritually when you began on this journey. You became a child of the King. You became a priest. You became a brand new people group, a holy nation. Again, going with the same idea here with the chosen race. You are a holy nation. You're set apart, a new people, a people for His own possession. He owns you forever. And all of this happened to you spiritually. All this good stuff happened to you spiritually. Why? So that you may proclaim the excellencies of Him who called you out of darkness into His marvelous light. That is a command for us to obey. We should talk about. We should shout on the mountaintops. We should proclaim the excellencies of God. We should talk about how great God is and how He saved us and how He changed us and how He is changing us. Remember that definition of sanctification. This is that process that Christians go through. And that process that we go through is that we are slowly freed from the pollution of sin. Sin is infecting us, and slowly God is making us more like Christ. So you are to proclaim the excellencies of Him who called you out of darkness into His marvelous light. An attitude to change. Realize that before you became a Christian, you were in spiritual darkness. You couldn't do anything right, anything good, and even the good stuff that you thought you did wasn't really good because you were doing it for the wrong reasons. A Christian is the only one that can truly do a good thing for the right reason. And the right reason is ultimately for the glory and honor of God. not for ourselves, not to put ourselves ahead. No, we do what we do ultimately out of service, humble service to the Lord. And that is something that only a Christian can do. So God called you out of your terrible spiritual dark state and he brought you into marvelous light, not just light. It's marvelous, wonderful, beautiful light. I pray that you are walking in the light of the Lord and that he will continue to help you walk this pathway toward him. I pray that has been a blessing to you. I'll see you all in the next video.